before I start, I would like to say thank you, all of you. I am very happy that I am again here. You know that I worked with you several years in the past, but now I work with the education working group in Esgina. So thank you again, Evgenia and Galina and Valentina, of course, and Tatiana, that they help you, that we can improve a little bit our knowledge. What is the point of me? I will try to speak on the English, but the slides is on the Russia. And again, thank you, Olga. Olga, translate it. Yeah.
Jadranka всех нас приветствует, очень рада снова видеть всех в этом зале. Уже много лет приезжает, и с удовольствием будет приезжать еще и еще, и работать с нами вместе.
So the question is, who is the nurse? The nurse is the trained person who works in the hospital or home taking care of the sick, of babies, or of old people. So the nursing is very familiar to it being undervalued and misunderstood. Nursing is one of the most demanding and interpersonal effect that can be undertaken, which is the best accomplished with least notice. So they are nurse.
Жданка говорит, тоже такая медсестра. Многие очень недооценивают, и пациенты, и, к сожалению, наши старшие коллеги-врачи, всю значимость и работу медицинской сестры. Значит, не только у нас.
But what is important? You speak, Valentina speak, Galina speak, and you speak so much about accreditation, what really has happened. But I will tell you what happened in European country. You can see in European country we have the nurses, and we are noticed that they are really currently insufficient. So the deficiency of the nurses, we expect that we continue in the next decade. But although the progress in European country made in standardizing professional education in the European Union from 2009, and bachelor degree would be between 3 and 6 years. But the higher education is the proportion of academically prepared nurses in a country, the more likely nurses are to be involved in decision making. This is important for all of us, I think, but of course for you. And what is different? The different is the fundamental nurses. The fundamental training of nurse is when you successfully finish your schooling. But if you go to university, you got university diploma, it is high level of education. But again, the additional training of nurses is conducted in case of extent or in complexity job and the result require additional training like specialization. And what we have in European country. In European country, we have in European country, you can see that we have the different type of specialization. So we are speaking about colorectal nurse specialization, liver nurse specialization, gastroenterology nurse, then we speak about endoscopy nurses, and we speak about nurse consultant and consultant of nurse. We are speaking about nurse practitioner, stomach care nurse, IVD nurse, colorectal nurse, cancer nurse, and we have the nurse for the contamination. That is university diploma. But all of it, we can, the senior to take care how you are really doing this procedure. But what nurses do? The nurses go harder. They take the knowledge and they make the practice skill. This part is my department, and we are work with 2 computers, and we are connect with 70 hospital in the Croatia. And every week we have one meeting, yes, and we teach the nurses through the Croatia from Zagreb, or nurses through the Croatia. They have, some of them, they have opportunities that they use the telemedicine. And what we are doing? We are teaching the nurse, of course, one day, 2 hours, every Tuesday, but from Zagreb. But if we noticed that we have nurses who work in the Rijeka example, and they have more knowledge about one topics, we are connected with this nurse and we are teach each other. Of course, we have the Croatia chamber, like Valentina is from Russia Association, and we got the credit points. The credit points means that when you finish 15 credit points, you renovate your license. So, can you translate, Evgenia?
Jadranka рассказывает, так же, как и у нас, мы только подходим к аккредитации. У них уже с 2009 года все медицинские сестры проходят аккредитацию, и в зависимости от специализации, в зависимости от страны, в европейском сообществе от 3 до 6 лет действуют эти кредиты и сертификаты.
So, what say the law? The law in all the world say the same, like in Russia, like in Croatia, like in France, like America, doesn't matter. The law for nursing is the same. And they say thus, the nurse is required to apply his or her best professional knowledge, respect the rights of patients, ethics and the profession of the health practitioner, protecting the health of the population and every patient personally. This is the law for nurses. Yeah?
Just a moment, Jadranka. Коллеги, вот слайды у Jadranки на русском языке, так все понятно или нужен все-таки перевод вам? Нет? Как скажете? Понятно, да? Потому что у нас кроме Евгении есть еще Наталья, которая хорошо говорит, да? Поэтому если что-то нужно, вы спрашиваете, да? Ну или потом, в конце, just a moment, excuse me. Потом, да, тогда, если какие-то вопросы, тогда потом. Ну, давайте тогда по слайдам, и Евгения будет вот комментировать то, что она считает нужным, необходимым. Пожалуйста.
Okay, this is the law for nurses for each ward, and the question is how we really can protect our patients. So we can protect our patients. Oh, yeah. I don't know how that works now, but I will see. This is slide. And how we nurses can protect our patients. What we give them. First, we give them knowledge, then we give them skills, and this is our attitude. So, when we have the patient, we are, and when we protect the patients, we are speaking about quality service about the patients. When patients is come to ensuring safety in endoscopy, which should always be our main objective, this is directly related to the quality of the service, that it is professional commitment in the entire endoscopy room. And nurses have responsibility as they are the most time spent professional on the patient side. Okay. So what responsibility covers? They covers pre-endoscopic care and during and after endoscopy procedure, where many of the nurses' intervention take place. In addition to those, she does her role as endoscopy technical assistant with the endoscopy and disinfection, all endoscopy equipment keep in the facility in good condition. So administration staff responsibility for general scheduling and providing general information for patients. So, but we have to tell something about the unit, endoscopy unit. The unit must have an infrastructure which specific requires to offer a quality of service. This is hereditary responsibility of the institution, and hospitals must ensure the efficiency and efficacy is the service control to economic aspect, ensuring the resource, both material and the human resources, nurses, be enough and align with activity performed in each unit. But they are responsibility of national health system. But when all this happens, we are speaking about the quality service. So, but we can speak about patient safety. And we have the measure for quality of patient safety. So if we have safety in attendance, pre, intra and after procedure, when we have equity and equality, when we have opportunity and choice, when we respect the privacy and dignity, when we have the satisfaction and wellness, and if we have the appropriate and efficient treatment, then we can say that we have 1% guarantee that we have satisfaction of patients. Go. So, but we have to speak about nursing, about staff services. It is necessary to take in account that staff satisfaction. So we are speaking about conditions, we are speaking about rationalization or workflow. So it means that you can perform 50 gastroscopy if you have only 2 nurses in the duty. That, this is safety for nurses, and we have the satisfaction of work, and we have education and continuous training for all nurses. So, the nurses in endoscopy must be educated and trained in all aspects of digestive endoscopy. Nurses in endoscopy are professionals who have their own ethical and legal responsibility. And we speak that we provide an integral and individual care to the patients, have autonomy to organize and manage the nursing care, custody when it's necessary, and complete documentation, records, protocols, and procedure, and we are take care about traceability. Take care about of maintenance of working condition, patient safety, our safety, and endoscopy equipment, the accessories, take care of their cleaning and disinfection. This is part of our job. And we are involved in quality control of nursing care and endoscopy service. Sometimes we are solution problems, and we are solve the problems in endoscopy unit immediately. And we have the high-level technical skill in our hands, and they are integrated in research. Some of nurses work in a research center, and what exactly need? They want to set up something new, and they want to improve their job, daily job in endoscopy unit. And this is the nursing. I think I missed something. Yeah, this is the record for nursing. This is the record for nursing. This is very important. This is legally mandatory or constitutes of legal proof of every care or act that have been done to the patients. What should be clear is that registration is a priority, and the legal, and at the end it becomes the legally. What is not written has not been done, we know, but we have go to the court, the judges will pronounce their judgment for us, beside on the what is written in the medical records, what the nurses do. This is important. And what tools can favor in the safety in the legal quality of digestive endoscopy? So we have to work with protocols. We have performed unified protocols. What we do, how, and what has to be done. Design and construction of the protocol should incorporate a technical dimension of the nursing role as assistant of technical procedure in endoscopy. So we can incorporate a legal dimension of the nursing care of endoscopy. That is all ethical and legal variables which are summarized in the respect of the patient right, autonomy, privacy, and confidentiality, and all related to the patient health history, nursing, and medical records. But what is most we have to do, this is medical, this is the technical dimension. The technical dimension describes what nurses and physicians do. Nurses, example, will keep the equipment in the good condition, use appropriate accessory, give in endoscopies, and the right time for specific procedure. When you write the protocol, please write inside everything what you're doing, like open the snare, close the stand, open the stand, put the stand. We speak together with physician, but it's very important for us that we record the time and what we are doing. So when you follow the protocols, you can demonstrate you did well done. You are really satisfied. The important thing is team building and team meetings. Yeah, this is the slide. This is important. Why? Because we sit together in the morning and we can discuss what happened in endoscopy, what happened with your department. But the most important is that we can say, sorry, I made the mistake. And teams sit together and they give us all, like brainstorming in mind, and give us more solution. This is important. But we don't speak about mistake that I can say you are guilty. No, no way. I only say we have to do something. It's not so very for us happiness, but we will some solution problem. It could be at the same time is ethical point and the legal point of nursing. And I can say that we can work on 6C. 6C is the 6C. We work like compassion, competence, communication, courage, commitment, and care. And what we have to do for our patient. Our patient improving the health outcomes, patient well-being and independence, working to provide positive experience, patient experience, delivery high quality and measuring impact, strengthen leadership, improving the skill mix, and support the positive staff and experience. In conclusion, I can say really that we cannot abandon the work of caregiving for the moral commitment to the care embedded in nursing as a vocation. But we must examine critically the social arrangements which determine who provides care and the terms and conditions under which they do so. The social arrangements inhibit or sustain our capacity to care above and beyond all our individual vocation and the moral commitment. So we have to know what we are. So define ourselves, our professional identity as a nurses. And this slide shows the best way to predict the future is to create it. So thank you so much.
Спасибо, Jadranka. Thank you very much. Вопросы? Ну, я поняла, что также касается проблем повышения качества, тимбилдинг, корпоративный дух, корпоративные тренинги, работа совместно с врачом. А также у них стоит проблема лидерства, да, как я сказала, да, уровень доказательности у нас какой, но все-таки, да, как я сказала, операционный главный это хирург, оперирующий эндоскопист, а уже вот здесь вот вне, здесь может быть и сестра, потому что она отвечает за санэпидрежим, старшие сестры, вы знаете, отвечают, они являются материально ответственными, поэтому вот здесь вот командный подход, это очень важно. Thank you very much, Jadranka.
Oh, Gaila, tell him I will leave the presentation on computer if they want to take it.
Вы можете взять презентацию Jadranki, потому что она на русском языке. Если кто-то, ну дальние ряды, понятно, не очень было видно. Здесь белая у нас на голубом, на серо-голубом. Поэтому ее презентацию можно взять, она это разрешает, пожалуйста.